Hi, this is Michael Hurley from Ghost Galaxy, and you're listening to Archon's Corner.
All right, what's going on, everybody? I am the one, the only, the WOOKIE, joined here by the normal cast of misfits. We got Big Z.
Hey.
We got Drazcor.
Hey guys, how's it going?
See, I feel like I should do it like Sheep Yells Brobnar. It should be like Drazcor. Yeah. That sounds right? We got Sheep.
Yep.
We got the Ewokiest of Ewoks. Ewok Jr.
Hello, Keyforge community. Glad to be here on another weekly rant of joyous Keyforge talk.
And we have the elf that hails from the south, Southerly Elf.
Ahoy.
Ahoy. All right, some work to do today, gentlemen. We have this article to go over, and we have predictions. So where should we start?
We have one article to go through?
Well, there's three, but we've already. I mean,
boys, there were three.
We're just talking about one.
Stick a nail in Vault
in
Master.
the pre-talks with us on time, you would know this.
Yeah.
Well, some of us are with our family, but I mean, GG, they wrote three well-written.
They wrote three articles. I don't know about
right. Yes.
There were
I mean,
three
it is
articles
really
put out. One was on Play Styles, which is their new tournament software. Which I don't know. It seems to me like it's a bit of a challenge clone.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
I think it's fine.
That's how it felt to me. But if you're telling me I'm wrong, then I'm wrong.
It's focused on the individual player's perspective as opposed to the overall tournament's perspective, which is an interesting, different take and might do well.
Which is weird because the overall player's perspective is. I got that right?
Well, of the tournament bracket system, the playstyle app itself was fine. It was actually pretty good for its its beta, which is what we were, like the first real group that used it in mass. So I think it's going to be something that will be really good for us in the future, especially once the local organizers get access to it. If and only if those can be run as not double elimination, it should be great.
Right. Remember, challenge is not great with a 99 player tournament.
No, challenge is actually horrible as far as end user experience. It's actually fine on the TO side. I've run challenge many types of ways, and as someone setting up, that's actually not bad. As far as getting your users to use it well is not the easiest.
Yeah, there's a lot of Control F and being like, wait, which round is this? Is this my matchup? I need to scroll to the top. Wait, did I slide to the left or right? Am I actually supposed to be in this game? Yeah.
TBD.
Yeah, Playstyle app, it clearly shows you who you're paired with, where you're supposed to go, the time left in the round. And that was all just his first pilot run. So, I think...
But,
I think there's lots of positives.
You guys are giving it a lot of credit, but, this is not new technology. Magic has been doing this for years.
Yeah, no, that was good.
We didn't have it before for Keyforge.
Right, it's an upgrade for the Keyforge people, but this is not new.
If you start talking about Magic, I'll tell you what I don't give a shit. Let's get to the next Keyforge.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
Thank you for your donation.
Magic has been using this for years. Pokemon has been using it for years. Yu-Gi-Oh has been using it for
Keyforge.
So this
to bring us
if you want to bring us other games that are new, I also played Fab. They also did not have something like this.
Really?
No.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I actually thought that this worked out really, really well. It was nice. They needed to clean up the TBD versus your
that's something they
addressed
just right there. They'd already talked to them.
Yeah. So no,
should it really just be you have a 3-hour break? Is that what it should say?
Well, no, it shouldn't say that at all because that should never be a damn thing. So
you have.
You're not going to support ways to promote bad ideas, and that
you have a bye this round. Then we're gonna do lunch, and it's possible you have a bye next round too.
I mean, if they keep it as is, if you lose round 1, the app should tell you should drop from this event and go play something else. Thanks for attending. Yeah, we appreciate your money.
The problem is that you've now turned it from double elimination to single, and you have nothing else to do because most outside of nationals were there.
Being
I know what he's trying to be facetious, but
it's not really being facetious.
It's a problem.
What
it's a problem.
It is.
Anyway, I thought the playstyle app was great. We then get into another article, which is awesome as well. Vault Masters, whoa, community. Oh my God. Whoa.
Well, people are just in love with this, right? Head over heels.
I think the article made it seem like things were fine.
The article's fine. There's nothing wrong with the article. It's absolutely fine, but the world's on fire if you're international or didn't get an opportunity to buy Vault Master decks.
So I do,
except for
I
me,
wonder
somehow. I don't know how I'm okay with this. Like, I should be tearing these to shreds, and I think a lot of people look to it and we're like, "Well, how are you not tearing these to shreds?"
Well, you're the contrarian, right?
It doesn't exactly shift the meta,
right? No, like this ain't this is like a master set to me, right? Like it's a bunch of reprints. Like that'll be good, but like don't really take anything further.
Wookie, no. You are not upset because that sheep, who is very, very oddly quiet over in the background, gave you one of his Vault Masters because it is so important. It is so highly valued. It was just given to you.
Wow.
The problem is...
I haven't opened my other one yet.
I haven't either. And the end result is because we saw one deck that has, frankly, some good cards in it, people are absolutely losing their gourd over it. And what's always been strong for us is the community. Like, don't tear each other apart. This is not that big of a deal. There's a lot of different reasons.
There was one that was like 105 SAS or speculated 105 SAS or whatever.
But we hear all the time that we shouldn't go ahead and pay attention to SAS.
Which is so funny because the same people who are like, SAS doesn't matter, also are the ones that are complaining the most about this deck.
This is true.
And the end result is play the deck. Let's see where it actually comes out.
It's going to end up where every other 100+ SAS deck is. It's going to be good, but it's not winning anything.
So I don't necessarily know or feel like I have a crystal ball as to how competitive this is going to be, but I do sympathize with folks who are overseas who haven't gotten WoW yet, haven't gotten Unchained yet, and now have another thing they don't yet have. I'm hoping once their game founds arrive and stuff is in stores.
Wait a minute, didn't we watch some creepy video with a whole bunch of people looking down, then looking up with Keyforge cards in their hand, telling us they were getting a vault tour?
A whole bunch of attractive people.
Very attractive.
Actually, I forgot to watch that video.
He didn't miss much.
Yes.
Let me go watch that right now.
I mean, it's fine, but
it was a good video. I don't know what you're talking about.
I like Sheep's video much better. If you missed it, go to our Discord.
I think that the video is perfectly fine. I am happy
that
the
video was very cool.
Yeah, I thought
it was a good job.
That GG...
Where is this video actually? For those I already know, but for the listeners,
somewhere on YouTube.
YouTube.
I believe it was.
It is on the Team
posted
GG
in
Discord
the
channel,
Facebook.
which is an Italian team.
Oh, Facebook. I don't do that.
Yep.
You don't
Or
do
YouTube channel.
Facebook?
I mean, theoretically.
Yeah, whatever. So, I mean, Vault Master is a thing that exists. It's designed to get people to the Vault Tours.
Yeah.
And
again, our cast has mostly set our stance on this. We largely don't care.
It's not going to impact a whole bunch.
It's not going to impact anything.
It's too small of a pool to be.
That doesn't matter. The reason it's not going to impact anything is simple. It doesn't have tokens.
It doesn't have
there
tokens.
Are no tokens in that set. Very soon, that's all that's going to matter. So we'll see.
All right, but the real article that does matter, because I guess we're just going articles first, is... I'm in the wrong thing. Crown your national champion.
Which is new. This is real news here.
This is a new one. This one is interesting. This is for both national championships, correct?
What are you talking about? You didn't read the article, I guess.
Yeah. No,
this
I did
is
read the article,
for the internationals.
Is this the items that are also going to be at Gen Con?
Yes.
Yeah. I would expect that some level of this stuff will be at Gen Con, but you are right.
We are inferring, yes.
It does not say this is what's going to be at Gen Con.
You know, I love how
Maybe
Z always
because
just cuts me off when I have like this question. He's just like, yeah.
Yeah,
Just
that's
cuts me
because you're
off.
trying to make drama out of something there's no drama in. Maybe because they don't have
there's a
to pay to
little
ship
word.
it, they actually bring more of this leftover 2020 stuff.
It
The
is
mat's
just
not
more leftover.
leftover.
20. So one thing is not leftover? Is that
That's
it?
right.
So,
I mean,
this
if
does...
you
Go
win
ahead.
that mat, you're bringing that mat places.
It'll
Right?
go on my wall.
Well, you know.
But I would like that. Like I appreciate my mat wall. So.
Yeah, it says national, whatever Archon or Alliance champion. And
If I
Lord
ended up
Invidious.
winning the Alliance one somehow, I would just sell that because I just wouldn't want to.
Does anyone else see that there are 3 mats there? So I get that this is a National Alliance champion, National Archon champion. What's the third mat for? Is this second Amber champion?
What's the first?
There's 3 mats.
I think
Yeah,
what's
there
the
is.
first word in that? What is that? There's something.
It's
in
It's gonna
that.
be like
covered up.
top 4 thing because if you read the thing,
Okay, yeah.
you get a top 4 mat.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And that was
No pointless
I
to
do.
finish top 8.
No, top 8
No,
is
you
one set
get
of art sleeves and one set of
sleeves.
acrylic. Yeah, acrylic.
So
stun
going
tokens.
into that,
Yeah, let's read it. Let's read it off.
Nice.
Yeah, go
in a
ahead.
2023 National Championship kit, the champion will receive 1 champion playmat, 1 Keyforge Vault deck box, 1 set of premium keys, which these are these are the 2021 premium keys.
We have no idea.
No, we have no idea.
Oh, we have no idea. Okay.
They do not look like the traditional, very first keys. Somebody said they do look like the 2020 Grand Champ keys, but I'm not certain
Okay.
because you can't see the size of them.
You're going to get a set of art sleeves, which will tear up your fingers. A set of acrylic.
What?
Yeah, they're going to hurt no matter what you do.
They definitely look like the old sleeves that they had. Like the art was always nice on them, but they are very hard, and I have softer hands. Like these they cut my hands.
Softer hands.
Yeah.
Handsy.
Kiss my-
You're going to get a set of acrylic stun tokens, which these ones are yellow, not blue. And an
Yes.
invite to the World Championships. The runner-up will receive 1 runner-up playmat, 1 set of premium keys, 1 set of art sleeves, 1 set of acrylic stun tokens, and an invite to the World Championships. What do you get that you're not getting in the first one? Oh, you're not getting the deck box, which you can also, the picture they have here.
And
is
your
the same
mat
one.
would be different.
Oh, I guess on the side, this one says second. So I'm assuming it would be like first, second, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Top 4 receives a top 4 playmat, 1 set of art sleeves, and 1 set of acrylic stun tokens. Top 8 will get 1 set of art sleeves and 1 set of stun tokens. They don't mention the armor tokens there at all. Do they? No, they do.
Continue.
Ember.
It's
Second
next.
Ember. For second Ember, prize raffles 1 through 5. 1 set of art sleeves and 1 set of metal armor tokens. Metal. Ooh, I like metal.
Which what? Like, they're still not a thing, right?
Well, I
guess
mean,
they
they
have
made
them.
armor tokens in Winds of
Well, What he's
Winds of
referring
Exchange.
to is that technically there are notes, like based on the old floor rules we used to have,
Which don't
there
exist.
There are no armor tokens in Keyforge, so therefore it is just a note on the board. I've never seen anybody press about this either way, but I've also actually never seen anyone at an OP event use armor tokens, so it's been a moot to this point. But yes, technically there is no armor token in Keyforge, although it is
Not one
produced
Starline.
by Keyforge.
All right, prize 6 will be a set of art sleeves and 1 Dusk Runner statuette. Prize 7 will be 1 set of art sleeves and a security enforcer statuette.
Never heard of that card. That's cool.
And raffle 8 will be a set of art sleeves and a Niffle Ape statuette.
Do you think
Also-
the civil enforcer is just Moon?
Security enforcer.
Security
Yeah.
enforcer, sorry.
I do think
No, they've never marketed that one before as Moon.
Next set
Really?
definitely needs to have a security enforcer though, just because they
Who
need
says
to.
Star Alliance is going to be in the next set? Actually, we already know.
I don't care if it is or isn't. Just shove it in there.
Additionally, there will be 9 extra sets of art sleeves and a 6-foot-long Keyforge National Championship vinyl banner with a banner stand included in the kit.
Woo!
If you receive one of these, immediately send it to your local Joker.
Yeah, so this was one of those things where my first reaction was like, what? And then like immediately Joker was like, I must have this. And I was like, okay, this is definitely like a little bit of a niche thing, but there are people who
he said you must have it because it is a Sanctum banner.
Well, yes, but still, there are going to be people who want this sort of
honestly thing. Out of literally everything listed here, other than the actual invite to Worlds, that is the only thing that I would want personally, because I would put it up in the room I'm in right now. It would be something that would hang in my wall.
Yeah, I'd put it on the wall for sure.
Yeah.
Put it in my bedroom. You think the wife would be happy with that? What do you think?
On the ceiling,
put it above the bed. Yep.
Just right next to the bed.
Good minds think alike, Z.
There we go.
Yeah.
I feel so sanctimonious.
Like, hold on, honey. Let me retract this.
If you could go ahead and have it retract.
Yes.
So you can go ahead and bask in your glory. Yes.
Does the disco ball also drop down and start playing like some Manilow or something?
Oh, yeah. You got to do it, man.
She falls asleep and then you slowly bring it back out.
You got to make the time.
All right. World Championship invites. First and second place in each Archon and Alliance National Championship will receive an invitation to attend 2023 Keyforge World Championships this November. Additionally, the first 10 National Championship applications approved by Ghost Galaxies will be offered up to $1,500 USD in travel assistance to each of their 2 national championships to help them attend the 2023 Keyforge World Championship event in Roseville, Minnesota.
Hey, maybe we could win a travel stipend to Minnesota.
Yeah, the only flight that was at the right time happened to have a layover in Maui. It was really weird.
Yeah. So like, the only ticket left was first class, guys.
How do you guys feel about taking a limo all the way there?
Oh,
that's right.
I still want Jeremy to pick us up.
We can get a party bus that will pick up X-ray.
Can be expensed.
Yeah.
Only if it is the Wienermobile.
Oh, yes. Now we're talking.
Okay, so for all the people who will potentially win this, it does give them a stipend. But guys, are you reading this the same? $1,500 travel assistance to each of their
up to
two.
$1,500.
Yes. Yeah, up
it's
to.
Just reimbursement. That's what I said.
No.
Go ahead.
I got that, and I totally understand it. But up to their 2 national champions.
Yeah, Alliance and Archon.
Yeah, so if you take
first 10 national championship applications approved by Ghost Galaxy will be able to offer up to $1,500 USD in travel assistance to each of their 2 national championships to help them attend the 2023 Keyforge. Yeah.
But is that the Archon champion and the Lions champion?
Probably.
Or are you viewing it as both?
How is there any other confusion? That's clearly what they mean.
They somewhere they say each country can only have one of these things, like one of these events. So.
The reason I'm saying this is our runner-up has a world championship invite too.
Well, they're SOL.
So you actually have 4 people who are going. So I read this, and that's why I'm trying to slow down. Well, but it says to each of their 2 national champions. So I do believe first and second will go.
Only first place is national champion.
Yeah.
Second
each
place
event
gets a world invite.
Champions.
So if you take second, you're seeing this. I actually see it as that they're going to offer that stipend.
No,
You're wrong.
Sometimes you read things really weird. Only the champions get a stipend.
So if you get second, you're on your own to be able.
They will offer up to $1,500 American in travel assistance to their 2 national champions. That means one Archon, one Alliance.
And how it says Z and I are scrubs, and Drazcor is a Vault Tour winner. Right? That's how this works. Like, we didn't get anything. Drazcor really didn't get anything either. But that's besides the point.
I was gonna say, how'd that travel reimbursement go for you, Drazcor?
Not so great.
Yeah.
But I guess so. You guys still see it as that second isn't going to get there. No, I'm on here.
We see it correctly.
That's how it's written.
Hey,
that's exactly how it's written.
Walkbot.
Well, why?
Can
Why
you
does
look up the definition of champion for us?
I can? But the it is listed for 2 national champions.
Right. One alliance, one Archon.
An alliance.
I hear that.
I'm going
but
home.
again, that's fine. You can go home. But again, if we want the best of the best, if you've made it to 1 and 2, if you're second in your nation and you can't get over because of that stipend,
that's rough.
Tough cookies.
Just like if you win a vault tour, you don't get a stipend.
Hi, this is the Walkbot. Champion definition: a person who has defeated or surpassed all rivals in a competition, especially in sports. Wow, nice job, Walkbot. I think I heard you say there. You must defeat or surpass all rivals.
If you are second, you are SOL. You have to figure it out.
I'm fairly certain that having read through all of these amazing articles, that things have, changed as we've gone forward. So that's why I'm trying to be able to ask. I'm trying to stick up for our international community because, frankly, for Worlds,
Their
I want to see the best
countries
of the
are
best.
all like 5 miles away from each other. Okay, so like Germany can have one, France can have one.
You know what? A lot of their countries touch.
Yeah,
you know that?
A lot of their countries touch, so you can attend multiple national championships overseas.
Well, the imperial system doesn't exist over there, so who's to say if it's 5 miles apart or not, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
it's not like I can go down to Illinois and be Illinois' national champion.
Doesn't Europe fit in Texas?
Yes, most of Europe fits in Texas. Yes,
I know.
Anyway.
I know this
just
goes
like
ahead.
the rest of America fits in Texas.
Damn right.
Well,
so
this
I think is interesting in this is the amount, right? They're giving away up to $3,000, which really it's probably not going to be a full $1,500 reimbursement, but say it's $3,000 for each of these. That's another $30,000 potentially that they just put up as prize money this year, and their Ghost Galaxy's take.
Well, but you have to fly South or Spirit. I'm sorry, you have to fly Spirit. That's the only stipulation.
No, it's not. That's not on here.
Oh, that's not in there.
No.
Oh, okay, never mind.
So all they get $500 for the kit, which really at the rate at which they said these need to be ordered and started, like they're got to pay expensive shipping for this box of stuff.
Actually,
this isn't going on the boat.
If you read the article,
let's get to that part.
Oh yeah, it's plus shipping. Right, it was plus shipping.
Let's talk about the kids.
All right, so anyways, for the travel assistance, it's reimbursement, so you got to shell it out to get it back. No cash will be directly given to anybody. What did I miss? They're contingents upon attendance minimums. Qualifying Archon and Alliance tournament must host 8+ attendees to provide 2023 invite, 16+ to provide the travel assistance. So you at least have to have 16+ people to get the travel assistance.
Mm-hmm.
So good luck winning Alliance or getting that travel stipend for Alliance.
They'll just run them separately. They'll have the same 16 people play in both events.
All right, so the kit pricing and availability. The kit is priced at $500 US and includes free international shipping.
Oh, yeah.
You have to purchase it to run a national championship.
Yep.
Yes. Please buy the prizes we got for free. Please.
Oh my
Please.
God.
Let's see. Only one per country.
I doubt they got it for free, but
well, I mean, I'm sure it was built into the cost.
Yes.
Yeah, but you're
included in the deal.
Texas is kind of like its own country, guys.
Oh my God! You're not getting your own national championship.
I liked your idea of doing one on a cruise ship. I thought that was clever.
Yes. I think we should have one in international waters.
I was saying international waters.
We can all book a cruise. We will have it while we're somewhere else over the Gulf of Mexico.
You are thinking too small. We get on a cruise ship, and then each port has its own national championship.
Damn right. Let's go.
Yeah, Grenada, Barbados, St. Lucia. Let's do this thing.
Neither of you will. Well, maybe
right
Z will win, but Sheep will be too wasted to play any Keyforge.
I don't get the drink package.
Oh, you don't get the drink package?
I will
I get the unlimited coffee package, and I'm so hyped up on coffee, it's crazy.
Define too wasted to play Keyforge.
Wookiee on most days.
Yes. After a long day of work, me. All right, so let's get to the requirements. I don't think there are anything too crazy in here. The must be run between August 13th and October 13th. So you have a month to receive.
Wait. What's today's date?
Today is July 27th.
They have to apply by August 8th. I don't know if we said.
So we have to apply by August 8th.
Yep.
That's a week.
Better figure all that out, boys. Like,
and then 5 days later, they can have an event. That's cool.
Oh, but you mean you need to let everyone in your country?
Hold on, we're getting into it. Calm down, people.
Okay.
All right, to receive any benefits outlined above and offer valid invites to the 2023 Keyforge World Championships hosted in Roseville, Minnesota. Failure to run the event in the time will forfeit those benefits and invites.
Oh, come on. Shorten this up, buddy.
All right. No, I'm reading it all.
Get the highlight.
Planned for a space for 32 to 64 seats is preferred. Larger venues are preferred to smaller ones. You need to recruit your own staff and qualified judges. I wonder what qualifies as a qualified judge. Anyways, events must include Alliance tournament and an Archon tournament and second ember. I like how they led with Alliance, though. You have to have Alliance. You must.
They put it in ABC order.
It is very important that all of our tournament formats are represented. Purchasing a Keyforge National Championship kit is an agreement to run all of these tournaments. These events may be spaced out across multiple days or run all in one day based on local factors. Play styles must be used to run the event.
Wait, if I can space it out across multiple days,
yeah,
could I run it on 3 different weekends?
Why not? As long as it's between August 13th and October 13th.
I think the answer is yes, JR. That's what I mean. Like, when I said they had to hit the 16 people, like, it's going to be the same 16 players playing in both events. Just like we're going to have the same 72 players playing at both events at Gen Con. Like, it's...
Yes.
I disagree on that second statement, and I say that because there's a whole bunch of people I already know who signed up for Archon.
Okay, you're going to have 95% of the same players.
I think that you're going to be closer to 90% or lower, and I do think that that's what some people are doing, especially with Gen Con and the ability to go play other games. People have voiced, no, I'm not playing Alliance. I'm going to go ahead and run something else.
Okay.
So I'm curious to see what those stats come out. I do think overall most of the countries
you probably
will
are
be
right for Gen Con, but for these people,
yes, I agree.
We're talking about internationally, it's going to be largely the same group of people playing on both days.
But you have to use play styles.
Yeah, that's their
and set up to charge 1 event key for each Archon and Alliance tournament. Instructions for how to access the software and set up event keys will be provided to the organizer once the tournament's approved. Tournament organizers or event venues may charge additional reasonable entry fees to cover their costs.
So what was interesting is 1 event key for each Archon and Alliance tournament.
Yep. So 2 keys.
2 keys. Whereas the vaults have just been... I mean, you're only playing one, so...
Most of us are going to Gen Con. There, it's going to take 2 keys there as well. If you're playing in both.
Don't want to eat up those shards, boys and girls.
I do need to buy 2 keys. How much is a key? 50?
I can buy keys?
What he's saying is turn in his...
I was saying, you don't have Ember Shards to just get 2
it's
keys?
It's called an event key. Like, I have to spend Amber to buy the event
I thought
key.
you meant like you had to buy shards to buy a key.
Yeah,
I was like, you don't have
only
enough
be able
shards?
to buy 67 more keys.
Yeah,
that sucks.
All right, Southerly, you've been way too quiet. What do you think about this timing of the event requirements?
Yeah, it's a bit short for the event organizers, leaving 2 to 3 months to try and get everything together. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's doable, but it's not ideal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think we've been like talking about how there might not be a large presence of internationals at Worlds. This is a very truncated time frame from being an organization that has run one of like a much larger size of what they're talking about here. But at least there is an avenue. Like, that is the good in this. There is now an avenue for actually way more international players to arrive at Worlds than U.S. players, technically.
Up to 10.
No, that's just the voucher thing. Like, there's like
yeah,
50 billion countries. No, obviously not in Europe, but there's a lot of countries in Europe.
There are.
And some of them are tiny freaking countries. So they could have like a nationals championship literally an hour away from another nationals championship back to back. Like, this could definitely be a way for internationals to flood Worlds. And I'm taking that as a positive. There are a lot of players in Europe that definitely deserve a spot in Worlds. But yeah, like, they could potentially have way more international players at Worlds if they all super hustle and get their crap together and get submitted.
Yeah. So this was part of the argument with FFG, is that many countries in Europe are very close proximity versus the vaults that were showing up in America. I know that there was a big argument that was basically posted with our Vault Master decks in regards to, anyone can drive a little distance in order to get to these vaults. That's just frankly not the case. Z, I know you stated 50 billion. There's a lot less countries there in Europe than that.
There are a ton of countries.
There are a number, but it's interesting that this article is basically leaving it to the community to go ahead and set up the events versus going ahead and saying this is where it's going to be. So, I mean, we do have a contingent.
Why is that surprising? That's what they were trying to do with Vault Tours originally.
Well, that is what they are trying to do with Vault Tours, but it also is still a limiting factor. I mean, frankly, as I'm looking around our world, there is a large group that's in Vietnam. There's a large group that's in Italy. There's a large group in France and Germany. I mean, we can go ahead and talk about. There's a large group that's coming actually from South America that's over in the Brazil area.
You can have an Australian championship.
Yeah, all those places can have their championship now. Like, they actually, I mean, the cost, the $500 kit, I think, is the biggest sort of hurdle when you're talking about, like, we may only get a 32-player event. So,
that's people buying potentially tickets to Worlds, though. Like, I think several people could afford to fork over $500 for the chance to go to Worlds. Like, if that was an option for the United States, there would be a bunch more national championships. Like, cheap, you would buy a national championship today if this was an option to have one up there in Milwaukee.
Oh, hell, well, yes. And actually, and that's what
there would be one in Houston and Dallas. Like, here's just
so there are plenty. So $500 is a big ask when you go to a store that has not successfully marketed Keyforge much in a while, right?
That's what I'm saying.
That's a big ask, but there are enough players, I think, who will talk to their store and be like, hey, like, I will cover the cost.
Yep.
To make sure you don't lose money, right? Like, I will pay for the kit and then we will repay me or whatever. Like, Keyforge sadly has lived on that for a long time and looks like it's likely going to live on that again here. Well, $500 is not a small ask.
Yeah, it's a limiting factor for some people.
Yeah. And I fall on the other side of that. I think
32 player seats is not a hard thing to find. Like, being able to fit down 32 players is pretty easy. That's just like 4 big card tables, right? Like,
so I'm actually appreciative of this,
footers.
Knowing what the restrictions were for vaults and hearing and seeing some of that. This is doable. So I appreciate that versus saying, oh, you must have a large amount capacity that frankly you're not going to fill up. So I know it seems very, very small, but this is
16
nice.
people to show up too. So
I think the areas that want to run it pretty much probably already know who their 16 are going to be.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
They're not going like, I wonder if we have 16 players. They go, we know who our 16 players are, base, and whoever else shows up is great.
Bonus.
50. There are 50 countries in Europe.
I already Googled it. There are 50 countries in Europe. There are 197 countries in the world.
Close to 2 billion.
Yeah.
197
does consistently change, though.
It does. Yes, there's between. Well, yes, 197 sovereign countries.
Either way, My takeaway from the article is this is actually a really good thing for the internationals. It is a very, very short crunch time. I get all that. I get they would have liked to have known sooner. But I do think if they are motivated, I don't actually see the 500 as nearly as big of a hurdle as Sheep does. Just because I know a lot of the players over there, and that is just something that they would be here you go. So I expect to see lots
$500 divided by 16 people is just
like
over $31 a person.
Yep.
And 2 of those folks get a plane ride to Worlds.
Was it
like
six?
that seems like a pretty good deal.
Yeah. I mean, like that's $3,000 worth potentially, or $500 divided by that group of people. Like it is a very, very good opportunity for an international, cohort.
So I will go ahead.
I was saying, like, when you look at it from a store's point of view, their opportunity to make a bunch of money is not great, right? Unless the player base is big enough. I don't know how much people would pay to play in this event either.
I mean, stores don't really make much money off of the events. I actually talked about this in the chat, though. Like, if I was running this through my store, the ticket price would be $50. I know I could get that. I know I could get the 30 people at that amount.
You think so?
But like,
I don't know. I don't know.
Z.
$50.
We've seen for Archon in the past just being $20. I don't think 50 is reasonable, man.
20, like our store championships were 30. Our primes back in the day were 35 or 40.
But most of those
national championship
was your prime sealed. Most of the sealed is what we had seen at that price.
It was not sealed.
Well, this is nationals. This isn't sealed.
Yeah, and this is a national event. I guarantee
primes in the past that have been sealed.
$50 per person without it having any sealed product behind it.
$50 plus a key. Because GG's getting them keys.
Sure, whatever. $50 plus they have to give some amber shards to someone.
I don't know. I think I don't know. $50 seems like a lot to me.
Again, guys, it's 2023.
You're in the 30-40.
My freaking pack of sodas cost $10, and it used to cost $3. Like everything costs more money.
I understand that, but Z, I think that there are more people than you're aware of who are not in the same boat that we are, and we have to be aware of that. We want to have access.
You can't make the game free to play either.
I'm not saying free, but I do think that for bringing in individuals, that you're looking closer to that 30 price point than you are at a 50 price point.
And I'm saying that can't be a thing anymore. Like that is not where our game is. It's going to be 50. It's going to be 100. Like this is a luxury thing.
It's pricing.
Being able to do this hobby, it is a luxury thing.
Traveling to vaults, I see as a luxury, but when a vault is $75, and national, I guess like if we're getting the $1,500 travel voucher at nationals, like,
and it is considered a national thing. Like our nationals is freaking Gen Con. So you're supposed to compare it to Gen Con. Like that's what you're comparing this to.
I'm comparing it to a vault because a vault's $75, and I'm just thinking about the prizes that are available there. Like you get way more for your vault $75 than you're getting for your $50 at this. Way more potential prizes and decks. No, I don't like this at $50.
Well, it just depends on what your valuation of as a chance to win a Worlds. What I'm saying is there are very few ways to get to Worlds. That chance to go to Worlds, if you're a competitive player, that's what a nationals event would entail. Like you're there for the competitive element of our game. Like they build that whole screen during KFC this is your path to Worlds, regionals, nationals, Worlds. Vault's just the extra that also has money. So the only reason you're going to nationals is the Worlds invite, and I think that price tag for that opportunity is the valuation I would put there.
That is very interesting, Sheep, that you were talking about the prizes, because honestly, I think that there are more prizes here listed for your nationals.
There are more prizes, but the cash values at the vaults are better.
Correct, but it's just for your
junk we get.
It's basically just for your top 4. If you don't make top 4, too bad for you.
About the stuff.
Well, that's how vaults are too.
Remember the
stuff.
I'm saying
But the top 8 prizes here are like store championship level stuff. Like,
Right.
whatevers.
And not only
I mean,
that,
it's still something.
Well, not only
Okay,
that, how
well,
many
you
people?
can have my somethings.
Yes. How many people already have a lot of this stuff?
Most of them.
Yeah.
I mean,
Unfortunately, most
have-
of us.
The figures have kind of lost their luster.
Yeah,
you
everyone knows
could have got them in the
has
Game
those
Found,
almost, yeah.
and you can just go to
Buy
the
them.
Game Center and buy them.
I
There's
might have all these prizes available except the keys, actually.
Yeah.
Do you have the sleeves?
I don't know what keys they are.
What I have some. It depends what art sleeves they're doing. If they're doing the Vault Warrior art sleeves, I only have the one pack I bought, so I had them.
Yeah, it looks like the greed. I mean, it looks like the Sin Greed that's on the sleeve. That's what it looks like to me.
So they are using the 2020 Prime prizes. That's a 2020 Prime prize. Lokacar might have some of those.
all right. Yellow stun. I mean, we all have blue ones, but these are yellow. So
I have some yellow ones from somewhere. I don't know
No.
where I got them.
So
I don't know
think in
who's
the
on
2020 store champ kits, maybe.
Okay.
So I'm
Same
going to
with
say
those metal armor tokens. It was something like that too. It was 2020 store champ, but I'm not 100% sure.
this is a very minor thing, and it only applies to a very small amount. But I think, GG, this is more a plea to you. Look over for your judge staff. Send one item around. When I went ahead and was a Mech Warrior individual and I was running, there was something for being able to give up your time. And so looking...
The judges are the responsibility of the event organizer, sir. GG has nothing to do with that.
I hear you, but I'm telling you, you could simply have sent some little trinket around that said you're a judge for a national championship, or like something.
Make them a pin, like a
Correct.
pin.
It doesn't need to be anything large, but for a vault or for the national championship, give them something small. Give them something that's in there. It's not going to run you a ton of extra, but it's a nice way to say, hey, you actually have the credentials and the ability to take your time and not necessarily play, but help out our community to get to a bigger game state. Thank you. So again, it's minor, but I think those are the small things that we want to see from a company that frankly have little cost that across the long haul will improve people being willing to judge.
I don't know if a pin's getting me to give up my time to judge.
I don't know. Judge promos are definitely a thing in a lot of games.
It's something.
Yeah, I mean, you need to give them like a judge deck or something like that with some sort of special treatment or something.
I'm just saying something, but right now there's absolutely nothing, and that's where that is a
once again
slight.
saying he's cheap. He'll work for a pin.
No, cool though.
I'm saying
deck? Yeah.
I'm saying that I would like to see something there because there is a group of individuals who have worked a ton. I mean, goodness, I think about the time that went into Keyforge Live. Keyforge Live would not have happened without all of our staff, including our judges. And so we have to recognize them. We have to recognize our streamers. And so that's something that can be put into a kit like this. Oh, we don't have to recognize our streamers and our judges?
We don't get recognized.
I disagree.
We get recognized? Where?
People at the event will recognize you.
Oh.
Yes.
I saw you two Mets in Philly. That was cool.
So, I hear what you're saying, JR, but like that's not like there are so many issues going on that's so low.
Yes, it is low. As I said, it was small.
As I would say, we need to pick our battles. Double elimination needs to go.
Double elimination is battle number one.
Double elimination needs to go.
And we have events, so thank you for that. Yes, you're
signed by petition.
Double elimination needs to go.
Oh, wait.
Not ready to petition.
We don't need petitions. Goodness.
Change.org.
now. Change.org. Oh my god. All right.
Anyways, we need to move on.
The fun part of the show. We're done ranting this
work,
weekly.
We could come up with a bribe.
A bribe?
If
What
a
would a bribe be?
would get rid of double elimination, I could help.
bribe them?
I will help fund a bribe.
Start a
Who do I
GoFundMe.
need to bribe?
I go fund me. That's how we get rid of it.
What
This is how
kind-
much we're willing to pay not to pay double elimination.
What
again.
kind of boats does CTP like?
It's not about a boat, but
It is about a boat.
No, it's
It's
not.
always about a boat payment.
Something about a boat. All right.
a lot
We
of
need
boats
to
in
move
Michigan?
into predictions. We're going
Or,
to predict Gen Con.
Yes, Gen
That's
Con.
what we're going to do.
Get your predictions, so we're going to get them to you all before the actual event this time.
And we're not going to go ahead and record next week because we're going to be at Gen Con?
Correct.
Yeah,
We're not recording next week because Gen Con is next week.
Yeah.
And well, Southerly, are you going to Gen Con?
No, I can host a solo show.
Okay. Well, I am also not going to Gen Con, so 4/6, otherwise known as 2/3.
You could do a whole show on the AT&T fiber IPv6 issue.
Well,
Southerly, what do you think?
It's mostly speculation, but yeah.
No, maybe me and Southerly will do a Patreon episode.
Has this been resolved for TCO yet? Or
I just think the TCO
no.
people realize like that's what I have and just shut that shit down.
You guys ever had the drink Liquid Death?
No.
It's my new favorite drink.
Wait. More than Flaming Hot Mountain Dew?
More than Flaming Hot Mountain Dew. Which, by the way, while you guys are at
Liquid Death Coffee. Now I'm looking this up. It's
not coffee. It's not coffee.
Okay.
It's water.
Mountain water.
Yeah. So they have a water. They have a water. I like the sparkling water Liquid Death.
Murder your thirst.
It's the most metal water on the market. I love it. It's great. It's just the right
Coke
amount.
Zero and coffee. Everything else is for the week.
Anyways, we also need you guys while you are at Gen Con to get the GG staff find out what their favorite flavor of Mountain Dew is.
Well, you did not give me my
doesn't drink it.
Josh,
do you think Josh drinks it?
I think Hurley drinks Mountain Dew.
He's a coffee guy.
He said he was a coffee guy, but he drinks Mountain Dew. But I bet you he's an OG.
I don't know why I think that, but
he's an OG Mountain Dew drinker. Like if he's drinking Mountain Dew, it's one can of like just regular plain just Mountain Dew.
Whoa, not whiteout?
Not whiteout, no.
What is whiteout?
Anyways, moving on to predictions.
Time.
I'm gonna let you kind of run this because you know what you're asking.
I'm gonna be typing. All right, so we're gonna start with the Archon field percentages. We're just talking about what percentages of decks are going to hit the whole Archon field. We're talking about Gen Con, so the expected attendance is 72. I'm not asking like a number. So just what percentage do you think is going to come out as WoW, and then what percentage do you think will come out as MM, and then obviously the rest will be other. Who wants to start us off? What percentage do you think will be WoW at Gen Con for Archon?
But I want to see how much is DT.
Okay.
I have a DT question, but it's very specific.
WoW is 28%.
All right.
28.
What about MM, Sheep?
I need a calculator because I don't think in percentages. I think in whole numbers. That's 35%.
Oh, you said for MM?
MM is 35%.
All right. I've got the Sheep. Who wants to go next?
Wait, he didn't do other.
I got that.
There's everything
that's just the remainder.
Buddy.
All right.
Mathematics.
And zero DT at Gen Con.
We're not asking. It's just other percent. Oh, that's later.
All right. So 21
for WoW.
Yep, 21% WoW.
Okay.
I believe it is going to be 23% MM.
Oh, that's not right. Okay. Who wants to go next?
That's 15.12 WoW decks.
I'll go for
how does it work?
32% WoW.
Oh.
Are you having problems finding Southerly? He's down here.
Yep. Yes. And then I think WoW's going to go up and MM's going to go down. So I'll go 27% MM.
Ooh, 27% MM. And then we have the rest. So you're going to be at 41 other. Draz, what do you think for WoW?
A full third, 33%.
33.3.
Nice.
Ugh.
And MM?
I think it's going to go down. I think with the Coda winner and everybody wanting to play WoW, people are like, I don't know about my MM. I think it's going to go down to 25.
Nice. That would be very different from anything we've seen in a long time. JR.
Well, Wookie was there with WoW, but I'm going to go with 15 people. So there's 20% for WoW. And I'm going to also say that MM is going to be very, very, very close. It's just going to go ahead and eke it out. So I'm going to say, let's see here. That is 24%. So 17 people will show up with MM. And then we're going to come back.
A lot of Worlds Collide and Coda left.
I'm telling you, I saw a ton of Coda, and I think between Coda, yes, I think Coda Rush is definitely there. Worlds Collide. I do think that you're going to see some DT. So
I'm going 45% of the whole field is WoW.
You're crazy.
And 25% MM, and then the remaining is the 30%.
You are
other.
bananas.
Hey,
I think it's too
that's
early.
the point of this is to have fun, not be right.
Coming from the guy who just
That's just because that's where my brain works.
Oh, okay. Got it. But have fun.
I
Super
don't
efficient there.
know how to have fun, but you can't fault somebody else for having fun.
All right,
can't.
So
You're right.
we're gonna stick with Archon, and then we're gonna move on to the top 8 because we still have that top 8 structure after the initial structure.
Oh, before we get to that, we got a response in the chat from Josh. We got Liquid Death Rules, Grim
Damn
Leaper's
straight
my
it does.
jam, OG Pitch Black Do, and coffee right when I wake up, though.
Nice.
OG Pitch Black.
OG
What the
Pitch
hell?
Black, you monster.
What is that
I don't-
new age crap he's talking
I
about?
don't even know what half that stuff
That's
is.
not even-
Mountain Dew is green, and that's all there is.
I don't drink coffee, and I drink Diet Mountain Dew, and that's basically it.
Well, number one, OG Pitch Black came out when I was in high school. I think like maybe my freshman year.
Okay, well, some of us are a little bit older, all right? So,
Not that much.
youngins.
So I don't know what it is.
And
All right.
Never heard
most
of
of
it.
us also gave up drinking Mountain Dew before we got out of high school because we
Ooh.
realized what awful stuff it is.
Okay, top 8 of Archon. Now we're talking about like there's only 8. So like, what decks are there? How many how many WoW decks? How many MM? How many other?
I
And
mean,
what is the winning set for the
You're-
top 8?
You're going to go for that. I'm just saying, while we have Josh, get rid of double elimination. Get rid of double elimination. Whatever
What is he,
you need
like
to do.
2
Cool
weeks
down.
into the job right now.
Hey. Whatever we were
Go
talking
to
about.
CTP and say, I'm not running this shit. If this is the
Owner-
plan, I quit.
You
And
quit
then he
choice.
Go
then he
ahead and
immediately gets fired.
Elimination, or I quit.
What boat do you need? That's apparently what Archon's Corner is offering up. What do we need for a GoFundMe?
Yeah.
Oh,
Get
I
rid
didn't
of
say we
this.
would bribe him with a boat.
Well, I mean, there is a little
We
dinghy
don't
that
have
we
to-
can go ahead and
I
see with
mean,
some
Well,
oars.
what we
inflate
really
it.
need to know is how much is it going to cost Archon's Corner to get rid of double elimination. We just need
Right,
a
we don't
We'll
need
number.
put
to
it up
bribe
in
multiple things. Just need
Patreon.
to bribe
Please
one
raise
person.
money.
You can slide it into my DMs later. That's all we need to know.
I can start
Alright.
40 my paychecks.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'll just
Is
sign
that
them
it?
right over.
Is that it? We're gonna go ahead and throw the worst, horrible way to run an event until people complain so much, and then we'll have to be bribed in order to change it. Oh goodness!
All right. So what do we say? Okay, so top
Yeah,
8.
top 8.
How
So
many
how-
WoW decks? How many MM decks? And then how many other? And then what
2
set
WoW
wins,
decks,
wins
3
Archons?
MM decks, 5 other
And what set wins?
MM.
All right.
Wait, Nova's going, right?
Yep.
Yeah, MM.
That's not her
She's
deck.
not
That's
Worlds
not
Collide.
hers. She's on Worlds
Oh,
Collide.
she's on Worlds Collide this time?
Jacques is
playing-
Worlds Collide.
Yeah, Jacques is.
Oh, is it really?
Yep.
Oh, then I'm going Worlds Collide.
Specifically Jacques. All right.
I
Specifically,
think that
Jacques.
adds up to 10,
Okay, got it.
not a top 8.
Oh, I did do 10. You're right.
Details are not important.
3.
Numbers are not our
Now
thing.
it's correct.
All right. Who wants to go next?
2 WoW decks,
That was my answer.
4 MM decks. Coda's gonna win it.
Coda.
Ooh.
Wow.
Well, yes, he
Coda.
has to have faith. He's running Coda.
Oh, that's right. He is running Coda.
Jeez.
All right. I'll go ahead and go. I'm
Sometimes
going
I
to
forget.
say
You know.
3 WoW decks, 4 MM decks, 1 other, and I'm going.
You are really pushing this WoW agenda.
I'm gonna say Worlds Collide. Still
Oh.
better than me.
What?
God damn it.
Specifically,
I'm
Jacques.
also going for 3 WoW decks.
Elf is 3 WoW decks.
I'm
MM
only going 3 MM, though. 2
and
others.
2 other. What set wins?
Coda.
Coda Classic. JR?
Yeah.
All right, so I am at 2 WoW decks, 2 MM decks, 4 other, and I'm going to go ahead and throw down for our MM. Get some MM love.
All right. Is Draz back with us?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right.
So
How many WoW decks make top 8?
2.
2. MM?
2.
I think it's going to be 3.
And what set wins it all?
Say
I
Ball
think
Masters.
Fall bastard.
Yes.
I literally got back when you asked. So I don't know if anybody else said that, but
No.
I think MM wins. Like, I think there's still a ton of good MM out there, even though people are like, "Oh wow, what happened with MM?" I think MM still is going to win.
So far we have 2 MM wins it, 2 Worlds Collide. Both are talking about a very specific deck, and then 2 Coda. One of those is talking about a very specific deck.
And nobody's going to go, whoa. So
No one said WoW wins it.
we're literally going ahead and picking a 4th of the decks. All of us, at the very least,
Yep.
are saying 2 WoW decks, but none of them will take it.
I don't think WoW makes top table yet, but I think my prediction is probably going to be changing once retail hits, like actual retail.
Yeah.
And then my numbers are going to be very different.
All right. Where are we at? Alliance?
All right. Alliance field, same as before. What percentage is WoW? They had a little article that we went over the whole thing. There was way more WoW percentile-wise in Alliance than we'd expected. We are mostly expecting to hit the same 72 number here. It might be slightly less.
There are
as people
13 tickets still available.
I'm still confident that will actually sell out, but I actually don't think 72 people will show up. I think there are people that have an Alliance ticket that just won't show up to this.
I'm positive.
There are people who have voiced that.
I might know people that have an Alliance ticket to this that just aren't going to play this.
There might be people on this podcast with an Alliance ticket who might not show up.
That's been voiced by multiple people, yes.
They will. I am, however, confident they will sell 72 tickets to this event.
We'll see how the Drazcore experience is the night before.
Yeah.
This is a big factor.
So what you really need to ask, Z, is our question. If we go ahead and win first or second for Alliance, can we transfer that to someone else? We're going to put it out right away.
You're not winning first or second.
I'm going to put this in there. How many people of the 72 show up will be our next
goodness.
64.
All right, Wookie's got 64. We're going to have a prediction champion. We have enough things actually ranked that. I'll give y'all a ranking system one next time so we can know who won the prediction season.
What are we predicting right now?
How many people of the
72 seats, how many people actually show up?
67.
67.
Hey, Bob Barker and me.
I think it's a nice
51.
Holy crap.
No, you're so under.
I'm going to go.
Sheep's just going to be like,
yeah.
Nice.
I'll take 69.
Yeah,
this is my friend in the audience. I know he just said nice right now because he just can't.
I'm going to go 58.
Himself.
Nice.
So this is the day after Archon.
Yep.
The day after double elimination. 49. 49.
You drank.
Low.
We are drinking, aren't we?
Heavy.
We are.
Heavy.
Draz and Sheep have tickets.
Drazcore likes tequila,
guys,
too.
Like, Sheep, if we go, we won't win the prediction.
Yeah.
Well,
everybody out now.
Well, you guys have been telling
so much caffeine he can't sleep.
Well, I'm gonna go find people with Alliance tickets. Hey, you want to go to the Drazcore experience?
so you're gonna go ahead and push caffeine on Draz. You're gonna try and push booze on me. And the other piece is when I actually show up, you'll continue to feed me booze because you're actually loose and play better when you're going ahead and intoxicated.
And then somehow he'll win.
I think we should take Jeremy and Josh. And
well, actually, there's another factor here, right? Like the 8 people that make top cut
are automatically
Archon. If they would rather play Archon, have no reason to play in this.
No, but they'll still play and
why?
See what you got.
So I can concede to my. Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, like if I make top cut in Archon, obviously I would rather play Archon on whatever day, Sunday, and I can't play in both.
So
that,
we have
that
the
is the
X-ray
scenario. Like,
experience
if I
again.
make top 8 day 1, like the first day of Archon, I have a ticket for this. I would then not go to this.
So this is an X-ray experience again, where you make top 8s, and then you're basically choose what you prefer to play.
And at that point, you already know which one. Like, if you already won your preference, right? Like, I don't know.
But the end result is, again, if you make top 8 in both, then be able to play in both. I just don't get this.
Which the internationals have the opportunity to structure their event differently. That's why I think they will do that. Like, I think the entire Alliance event will be done, and then the entire Archon event will be done, so that they have all of those chances.
I would suggest it.
All right. So now we are talking about the actual field of Alliance. So what percentage do we think? We'll just do WoW first. Like, what percentage of the field of Alliance do we think is WoW going into Alliance for Gen Con? Again, we're
42.
72. 42%. Nice.
42 is the number of life, so thank you, Sheep.
I was claiming that one.
Yeah, I kind of saw that
was
coming a while.
Yeah.
So what do you
I'm
call
gonna
it?
go lower. I'm gonna go like 29%.
I'm going 40.
Okay.
38.
33.
Wookie and JR. 33. JR?
JR.
You are.
Well, so it's actually really interesting. I'm going to go ahead and rock and roll on the bottom at 27%.
That is kind of low.
Oof.
And I'm doing that because that puts us at 20 people out of the 72. But again, this is distorted view because I don't think everyone's going to show up for Alliance. So I'm really
that's why
curious.
we're doing percentages, though.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, you're really messing with me, man.
All right. So we're talking about MM. I'll start us off. MM literally won the only 2 big events we have for this. I think we have people paying attention to that.
But why did it win, and who is there?
Because MM is really good at Alliance. So I'm going to say we have like more than what I said for those. I'm going to say 33% is MM.
Before I go on to my bidding, can you tell me who won at KFC?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody knows Jason won both of them. What's your point?
We had him on the cast. So what are you getting at?
I'm trying to say it's the same players, same like.
Yeah, but like they're
different.
Top 8 at Philly, there were I think 4 WoW decks in there, and there were only 2 MM decks in top 8. Both of them hit top table. Like that's not an accident.
There were a total of 19 decks. Yes.
Yeah, but 2 of the top table was MM versus MM. Like this is not a fluke. MM is really really good in Alliance. They have very good cards.
I think MM though it's harder to build the Alliance in MM because you really have to dig for it. Both has to have the really good cards and kind of hit the enhancement suites.
I don't know. I think the token dynamic makes WoW much harder to build for Alliance, which is why I put it down there. I think a lot of people are going to want to try.
Easiest one to build.
I think that's where people are, and you can spam out. So I'm curious.
There are so many good fish houses printed right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you have to pick a token, and then you have to find 2 other good houses.
But the token is the easy part because it doesn't have to be the token in any of the pods you pick. So the token is kind of easy. You pick the token, and then you can find a deck with a solid pod to pull the token. Like I think it's easier than
we'll see.
I think it's easier to do. I don't know if it's actually great.
You don't know shit about Alliance.
Shut it.
All right. Well, welcome to the donation of our
game. It's not Keyforge. See, I know things.
Oh my god. All right. MM, who else? Percentage.
I'm going for 20. Shooting way lower.
Ooh.
Well, now you have to go for 19. Thanks a lot.
Oh, come on.
20 was my answer.
We can share 20.
I'm going to go with 31.
Son of a
31.
So is this the closest without going over competition?
No, we
It's
already
just
said this
whoever's
last time.
closest.
Bob
we're
Barker rules
just-
are not in effect.
It doesn't matter if we go over. Cheap.
Just,
Amen.
just straight closest.
Just straight
Yep.
closest.
Well, if I put like 40% in the other one,
That would be
26.
82%.
2-6.
All right, JR.
30%.
Okay. I think we're actually pretty close with each other, but we'll see who ends up taking it. I think the lowest one is what, the 19 at MM and 20 at MM? That seems to be the most
Yeah.
discrepant.
I mean, after our talk, I'm really feeling my 27 is low for WoW, and I think that's going to be increased. I do think that it is harder to have a MM build than it is for a WoW build, and I will say that. All right, top 8
we'll see.
alliance.
Top 8 alliance. Number of WoW decks at top 8 alliance. It was 4 at Philly.
4.
4.
Cool. Sticking at 4. Sticking at 4 for Sheep. 4 for Elf. Since my
all those
percentage,
attorneys.
I'm going down to 2. JR?
I'm at 3.
Draz. Low
Also
alliance
3.
top 8. 3. Okay. MM for top 8.
2.
2.
2.
I'll go 3.
I'm gonna go 4. Hold a bunch of people say 2. So Sheep, you're
Hey,
at
stop
2.
looking at my answers.
Draz,
I have 3.
Draz is 3.
Ewok's 3.
and Elf is
2.
2.
so that makes others 2.
Ooh, Draz, you and I didn't see it, but we're even, man.
2. Everyone thinks there's gonna be 2 AOA on top. All right, cool.
Like, if you asked us how
I
many
think
AOA, we would have come up with different answers.
No, I do think that Coda. I think
It would have
Coda's.
just sounded like we were talking in binary 0, 1, 1, 0.
I don't think Coda makes top 8.
No.
But anyway, Draz,
You
winning set.
don't think Coda's going to make top 8? I think Coda's been hammered for Alliance, so I can see that. I do think AOA can be very strong.
I think one of these. I think my 2 others, if I had to like break it truly
Honestly,
out,
it'd probably be AOA.
Both of them would be AOA for me.
Yeah.
Like that would be my array. I would say 2 WoW, 4 MM, 2 AOA, and that is it.
If DT's ever going to do anything, it's in Alliance.
Which means it's not going to do anything.
Well,
All right, winning set.
it can shatter someone's dreams.
And then
I heard Elf.
AOA.
Oh. Ooh, Wookie.
What's Jason playing?
MM.
That's the one.
I will go MM. JR.
Well, I see MM. See, Jason already has his access point. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this up as well.
It trickles down though, so he doesn't care.
I understand. It's still pride. I'm gonna go whoa.
Ooh. That is the first WoW win prediction of our season. So very, very cool.
I gotta push.
All right. So next one is like we did it last time. Wookie, I think, won. How many Dark Tidings Archon decks will be in the 72 players?
I mean, we're not going to have 72 players.
You're saying Archon?
Yeah, we will.
Archon.
No, we won't.
Because
In
we still
Archon?
missed one. Yeah, he's gonna say
At least one person's not going to show up
Yeah.
who has a ticket.
Oh.
So you're looking at one.
Yeah, I think it's just the one I lose to.
If not more, because they don't want to play double elimination.
Good reason.
All right, 2.
Wookie sticking with 2. Sheep are going to go -1 this time.
You can't
Is
have
that the one
negative
person
backs,
that
but
didn't-
you
is
can
that- wait,
have
hold on.
0.
If the one person that doesn't show up was gonna play Dark Tidings,
No,
is that
it does
count?
not count,
negative
Wookie.
one?
It does
Oh,
not
okay.
count, man.
I was just asking. You got.
I got burned with 0 last time. I'm going to go with 1 this time.
3.
Hope that 9-year-old shows back up.
Come on, DT. Show up.
Did any of you get his name, or was he just 9-year-old for the whole weekend?
Don't beat me.
Well, I'm not going to say a 9-year-old name on camera.
That's fine.
Yeah, no.
I was just asking.
Yes, we got his name.
Okay.
It's a good player, man.
It's Draz
Jazz,
dreams about it
DT
every
decks.
night.
How many?
Yeah, that's the one. I have one. That's the deck I lose to. Just the one.
Sheep.
What am I saying?
How many
Number of
DT
DT.
decks?
0. I've said 0 like 7 times.
Oh, my bad. Elf.
7? That's a big number, Sheep.
I think anyone that's thinking of bringing DT is gonna wake up in the morning, go to the hotel bathroom, wash their face off, place their hands on the sink, slowly raise their head to meet themselves in the eyes in the hotel mirror and say, "You know what? I want to have fun today." 0.
See, you raise their head. Southerly, what I saw is they raised their head, they quickly closed the drain, poured water in, and then just smashed their head in it until they couldn't breathe. That's what DT is.
Wow.
You know,
Man.
you guys are missing out on the people for a year and a half, almost 2 years, thought AOA was the greatest set ever and still brought AOA to everything because they thought it had a chance when it had 0.
Oh, Alliance,
Those
AOA
people
just smashed me today.
We're not talking about Alliance. We're talking about
There are
Archon.
still
Still people
Dark Tidings apologists out
who
there.
think
so-
Dark Tidings is this great set that just hasn't been discovered yet. No, it's been found. We understand it sucks.
And then they sunk the boat because they're like, if we put less decks of this out, there'll be less disappointment.
right.
See,
Maybe they sunk the boat intentionally.
They
I
sunk
hear
the
you
boat
guys.
because they thought that having less decks out there would make it more valuable, which it did not.
Well, they probably also couldn't generate more decks. So,
The thing about DT, I think DT is a phenomenal set for fun playability. I don't think it falls in the top tier competitive. I feel that the need to be able to pay chains with the Tide mechanic is too much.
We're definitely not here to talk about why DT's bad.
I understand, but for me, I think DT is a absolutely fun set to play. But I do not think that it is top tier.
Even
competitive.
Joe concealed DT.
Listen. Josh is gone. Okay, we don't need to kiss ass anymore. Okay, we can just move forward.
There's no
Tidings was
Josh
so
here yet?
bad, the algorithm that made it killed itself. So,
Yes. How many Infernuses? 28 Infernuses. Inferni.
All right, so
Is
let's talk
so-
about the numbers first. At Philly, I'm pretty sure that they counted Infernuses in
You are correct. There are 31
Alliance decks
Infernuses.
and Archon decks, so they added them all. No matter what format they were playing. So there were 31 Infernuses out of 118 decks. Gen Con will have around 144 decks. Let's say, based on our predictions, there's 130 decks going to be played at Gen Con. So out of the 130, which is 12 more than Philly, how many Infernuses do we get?
Well, they're all playing DT, so 0 Infernuses are being added.
Unless it's a Maverick. Legacy Maverick.
Well, we said there was going to be more woe in general. So, this is does the number go up? Does it stay the same? Does it go down? This is, I think, going to be a wild one.
all right. So here's what I think. I think a lot of people were expecting a lot of Infernuses, and so they changed their deck situation to a situation that was relatively resilient to Infernus. So now people are like, well, maybe Infernuses are good again. And so
they never stopped being good.
they're going to use Furnaces, and we're going to go up to 45.
29.
45.
I'm 29.
Oh, wait a second. We do have fewer decks though, so that doesn't make
No,
sense.
there are
You have
more
more
total
decks.
decks. It's 130 versus 118.
What does X?
Oh, okay, wait. Yeah, 45.
He wants to speak. He's been allowed.
No.
He's been allowed. What you want, X-Ray?
How many Infernuses? 130 decks.
31.
Whatever there were plus 3.
So 34.
34.
Great.
I'm going to say 25. I think the amount of woe spikes up. There are less Infernuses in the field. JR?
35. I go over the sheep.
Dang.
Yeah, I agree with
All
that. I
right.
think WoW's going to take out some of those Infernus decks.
What? Okay, double elimination.
No,
They've got lots of feedback, and hopefully they probably got a few more.
Are you asking
messages.
the question whether Nationals will be double elimination? or not?
interrupting.
He's so angry.
Wow.
They got a lot of
Just go
feedback this
now.
week
You
about
need to
double
tell me, Rob.
elimination. Are they going to have double elimination at Gen Con
Yes,
in the
they
middle
stuck
of?
in the sand. Yes, 100%. Yes.
Well,
I'm
he
gonna
says yes.
put my own answer in there. Yes. Z says no.
No. We put no, please. We love you, God, and you are a good, amazing God. But no, we do not.
God
need
ain't
double
doing this.
elimination.
God
you.
don't do nothing with Keyforge.
No.
Unless
talking to the
CTP
wrong person.
gets an epiphany from an angel the night before and goes, "Don't run." Double elimination. It is running. I hate to tell you.
I believe
That's
in
not how
hope.
God
I said
works,
this
but
before,
sure, we'll
Kaz.
go with that.
They're not idiots. Like they
Why did
know.
you put no for me? I'm putting yes. It will be double elimination, Goofs.
Oh.
I don't want it. I don't want it at all. But
Elf, what do you think they're gonna do?
I think for nationals it will be double elimination, but potentially for the other vaults, there might be a change.
Oh, it's double elim. Sorry. I want hope, but work has
but
beat
you
all
are
the
a
hope out of me.
smasher of hope.
Guys, have you heard about this great format where there are no dead games and every game
dead people?
matters?
Is it survival?
No dead games, just dead people.
And it's double elim for life, baby. Yeah, it's here to stay.
Oh.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
No.
Drazgor knows what's up.
I think they're gonna see the light in some time in
Not
the
this
next
soon.
X amount of time. They are going to change their evil ways and
Clearly
choose
a shill
better
test.
path. All right.
What's next?
I believe in you. All right. Who is going to win Archon? Who's going to win Alliance?
Like
Pick a winner.
The person?
Yeah.
Oh. Nova will win Archon. Jason will win Alliance.
I will second this. That's fine. Sheep, what do you think?
Sheep will win Archon.
Is Jared coming?
Yes.
Jared's taking Alliance.
Okay.
Archon. I don't know. It's gotta be Ewok's
Sheep
turn.
so
He's
desperately
putting the
wants.
time in.
Did you
He's so
say
desperately-
Ewok?
JR, you got to pick. You got to vote.
All right, I can go now. Thank you, Sheep. So much love.
You
I
just
picked
got-
Sheep last time. He disappointed.
I'll get you a 6-pack. I'll get you a
So
6-pack.
is that what you set me up for, Sheep? Just to fail out? Thank you.
I was gonna say JR is like at the end to try to, but
JR is going to lose round 1, play 10 rounds, and actually
then
make
come
top
back?
8, and then win it all.
Okay.
That would be the comeback story of the year.
He is going to get maximum walk time out of this event.
All games will go to time. That is my
I was gonna
goal.
say,
all
how come on
games
this-
will go to
The finals
time.
will be all 3 games, and it's going to be like 4.5 hours to play 3 games. And we're all going to be sitting there staring at him like, would you just win or lose already?
All right. Well,
Can we add a question of average Ewok game playtime?
No.
No? Okay.
No, because
You
we
can't
can't
track
track
it.
We can't track that.
well,
Can
how
we
many
add-
minutes are in a round?
Can we add a how many Ewok games
So I
go to
can tend
time?
that?
Is that a possibility? How many Ewok games go to time? Can we track
No.
that? No? Okay.
No,
That is something we could try.
but we're not going to.
All right, Draz.
You're
Who
right,
wins
you're not
Archon,
going to.
Draz?
Z.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Oh, thanks,
for the
guy.
vote. Alliance?
Sydney.
Spelled it right this time. Wait, Sheep, did you say Jason or Jared?
Jared.
You said
Jared.
Jared.
I wrote the wrong word.
You sure
there.
did.
Okay. Did look wrong. JR,
You
who
were
wins
just
Archon?
typing
I am
what we were all
totally
thinking.
sending this bad juju right back. So that is all about Sheep, who is going to go ahead
Nice.
and this deck that he paid a little bit for is going to come back and actually fire consistently 100% of the time. It's
I
going to
just bought
rock
it
and
for
roll.
playing adaptive.
Who wins Alliance, Jared?
Let's sheep in alliance. Sheep.
I'm going to go for Lord of Winter or Alex, even though I had said, whoa, I have his build, but that is what I'm going for. I will double up on both.
You're hedging.
I got a hedge.
Elf, who wins Archon?
Don't let me down,
All right,
Alex.
I'm gonna say fraud does fraud things in Archon.
Oh,
sure.
Oh, 2 for sheep.
Well, now he's definitely
And
not
I'm
winning.
going for
Way
Jason
to go.
for Alliance.
Jason. All right. Popular votes, Jason, and then split between Nova and Sheep for Archon.
Somebody else has got to beat Nova because I don't think I beat that very well. So
I don't think
somebody else has got
beats that very well. It's not really
That's
thing.
okay, Sheep. You'll just make it through, 11 games.
Top 8 again.
Oh yeah,
for no reason.
Round 1 pairing, Nova versus Sheep.
All right, X-Ray, you're on
in here. Not
Come
sure why
on, boy.
he's here.
But he's
X-Ray,
muted.
unmute and ask a question or something.
What do you want,
want?
X-Ray?
Oh, I just came on when we were voting on Ewoks going to time.
Yeah, you know what? Get out of here. I'm kicking you out now.
How
Look
many
at this. Get out of here.
How many
All right.
Ewok games go to time? He'll be playing.
Let's assume he's playing 9 games.
9 games.
I really want to time him out.
3/4 of them are going to time.
3/4.
Oh,
75%. I was going to say 50, but X-Ray just came.
You're
right
at
over the top.
50%. You know what?
Two of them
Rochambeau.
I'm
Ooh,
not going to
two?
be there,
Two?
so good luck on that one.
Oh, I know where you live.
I'm going to say 33% of his games go to time.
33, a
Does
third.
Z have another game go to time?
That was
Ooh.
wild.
Oh, you mean the game?
Says he's
so
never
one of
been
the
to time. Went to time.
So one of
that was the first time ever in a OP event.
So you mean one of the 2 games I went to time was the same person you went to time with, Z? Interesting. Oh, you had it. What was that? Fresh, because that was game 1, whereas mine was game number 8.
Yeah, that was
Sounds
only
like
my
excuses.
that was only
Interesting.
my 5th game period.
Interesting.
Like GG says, you should do it in less games, Guy. Come on.
Yeah, that is exactly what GG says. Suck it or do it in less games. Got it.
Just don't lose.
I mean, this is true. Like, don't like double elimination, don't lose. You'll never have to. You'll never have to play too many rounds.
That's their feedback.
That's their philosophy.
So can I say, since X-Ray has jutted in here, that how many X-Ray sucks decks are going to be showing up in the field?
0.
There are
0.
only 4 or 5 in the world, so
Oh,
There are more. They're just not.
There are
scanned.
no Ewok as slow decks, although I kind of think I should have bought a slow deck.
see,
I want
this is
that.
your opportunity. Oh,
GG, give us more deck names.
Yeah.
That's what I
I will
want
buy
now.
more gimmick names if I can.
Actually, no. I don't want that. I don't want anything from you until double elimination is gone. That's the only thing I want.
because everyone will see that we got Vault Master and
No,
Unchained
everything else
and
is
Woe,
noise.
and so it's
I'm not
it's-
asking for
yeah.
anything else.
Slow walk decks are
All
2024
for
pricing.
Christmas.
I think that format is here to stay. Unfortunately,
No, I am moving him out of here.
Yeah,
Nope.
he's been
So-
booted.
So is
Ban
X-Ray
from
going to
server.
actually make top 8 or?
X-Ray's not going to Gen Con
Oh no, he's not. But
because
That is real sad.
X-Ray did X-Ray
'Cause he didn't
things and
go ahead
waited
and-
to the last minute to buy tickets,
Yes.
and they were sold out. I mean, he could still go for Alliance if he wanted, or not.
he good. Oh,
I don't-
look, he's
I don't think
asking.
this is a big alliance.
No.
He
player.
wants to speak again.
No, you had your shot, you blew it. It's over.
Granted.
No, why?
What is with drunk walk?
Not enough.
What
do you want, X-Ray?
so I found Gen Con to be less valuable than vaults to go to, so that's why I chose not to go.
You
No,
had
you
no
chose
idea
not to
about
go
that,
because you couldn't buy a ticket. Don't
No,
lie.
I've been offered several tickets to go. It's not worth it.
Not
to me.
ticket to go to Gen Con, ticket to be an Archon. Somebody offered you a
he's
ticket to
been
the
offered
Archon
a ticket
pool?
to Archon. Yes.
Yeah. So
This is also why I say there are going to be people not playing in Archon because there are tickets out there being offered about. So,
I mean,
Or people
what's
that
the
just lose
benefit
track of time in the event room.
to going
Yes.
to Gen Con.
or
No, because we're
there's
gonna
at least one person who said they have a ticket for Gen Con and then said, I don't want to play it if it's double elim. There is at least one person who has said that.
Yeah, I've seen it actually too. But yeah.
I think Southerly's onto something, though. Someone's going to go ahead and miss a round. They're going to go wander the hall, and all of a sudden they're going to be called in and miss the round because they're just wandering around in their 4-hour buy without an acknowledgement of when they're going to be playing.
As they're talking with Ewok.
No, Ewok will be playing because he's going to lose round 1.
I'll actually be on stream talking about it and then be called over.
Ewok is going to be one of the only 16 players that has to play in round 1. He's going to lose that round.
Z, you're a normal person.
He is then going to win all the way up until round 9. And then we'll see what happens.
I'm going to go ahead and put in my Archon and Alliance predictions as well.
I want some more predictions. You're not part of the show.
I've already written his name. His name is written. What do
you got, X-Ray?
I want more pressure on Sheep, so I'm going to say Sheep for Archon.
Oh, you just want me to finish paying you for that deck.
And I will say Jason for Alliance.
All right.
That's not really like shocking news here, man. I'm disappointed.
No, but I want Sheep. I want Sheep to know
this version of JR every week.
You want Sheeps to know if you don't pay for that deck, he's gonna bust his knees.
I'm gonna bust your knees.
I'm gonna roll into Dallas, and there's just gonna be a bunch of guys with baseball clubs.
Wait, is Ewok taking money from the swear jar?
If
shoving in his pockets?
If anything ever made me realize Dan has never watched sports a day in his life, it's the fact that he just called it baseball clubs.
This is
when you're not using them to hit the ball, they are not bats. When you're hitting me with them, they're clubs.
Oh.
Cricket's clubs.
I don't think that's how that goes. But anyway.
It's how it goes now. I've made the rule.
So our swear jar is what's helping to fund the boat? That's what I'm hearing?
Yep, the swear jar is funding the boat.
Thank you. Some goods coming out of this.
You're the only one who pays into it.
CTP, we are offering you a boat to get rid of double elimination.
Josh is the head of their OP. This is
but we all know. We all know.
You can do this, Josh.
Listen, homie. We all know who wears the pants in that family. And
I believe you're not a moron, Josh. You can get this done.
Oh, we're stepping it up.
I believe.
Josh, all our hopes lie on you.
Unfortunately, Josh, I'm pretty sure that the pants are owned by CTP and you don't control it. So
steal them damn pants and whip him with them if he says anything other than not double elimination.
So what I'm hearing,
and then miraculously, you have a new head of OP.
So what I'm
hearing, owns the pants, but what about the boat?
What we're really learning here is Z doesn't like Jeremy. Because he's trying to get Josh fired, so Jeremy has to go back to running OP.
I like all of them just fine.
That's not what I'm hearing. I'm reading between the lines here.
All I'm saying, have you ever seen any of their faces whenever you start mentioning it?
They all hate it too.
Yeah,
that doesn't mean they can't get it changed.
Yeah, it's just really bad for them because they have to sit there throughout the full day. Like
they also have 9 or 10 rounds of boredom.
So I do wonder if they're approaching this in the wrong way in terms of getting this shifted, right? Like, I don't think
clearly nobody offered a boat.
Some people are complaining is going to sway CTP. I don't really know this, but this is my guesstimate, right? Like he's a very forward-looking, like visionary guy. He's got this vision for the future, and his vision is no dead games, right? And so telling him that thing's not good, he's probably not going to listen. But if instead you say, hey, we have an even better way to do that thing that you want to do, the players are going to love it, that might be an argument he listens to.
Only if there's a place where that was presented as an option somewhere, like maybe on a Facebook somewhere.
Yeah, I heard there was a Facebook post about this, yes.
Is there a petition?
I don't recall that Facebook actually having a way to deal with the dead game situation, though.
I did. My way is double elimination still. It's just not a bracketed one. Like, nothing changes. The number of games played is exactly the same.
There's no dead games, but like, what about dead players in the corner who have died from boredom? Is that included in our statistics?
Yeah, I did address that option in my thing. That So
Well, they have
the
second
option
ender.
that is presented has no
This is why Ewok
downtime.
loses round 1 because he wants maximum Keyforge time.
I do like my maximum Keyforge time. Please hit me up at your nearest national tour or Vault tour.
I like to win as few games as I have to, and to be able to enjoy everything else.
On day 2?
Thank you.
All right. That's it for our predictions, right? That's all the predictions?
There's nothing left. Unless I have something else to ask. I
There's
couldn't figure
nothing
anything
left.
else out.
So,
All right.
so what I'm hearing is if Josh goes ahead and just ticks over to DOK, we can run it as Swiss and we move on with life.
TOK tournaments
I don't know,
literally
man. I
designed to
read
run
this.
it the way
I
said.
happened to read this article. I don't know. Maybe if you guys,
Reading.
maybe you read it earlier today. I'm not sure. Playstyle must be used to run events and set up to charge 1 event key from each Archon and Alliance tournaments. I don't know where I read that. I was somewhere.
That's in the
Oh, that's
Nationals
right. The
news.
guidelines, the nationals. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I
it's-
missed your point.
It's definitely going to be happening at Gen Con.
Yeah.
What? You're using playstyle? Playstyle is not going to be double elimination only. It is going to be a fleshed out tournament software.
Do you think it will
more
be
in the
fleshed out
line-
in time for Gen Con?
Nova built what she made in 3 days. Yes,
they
it is
were
possible.
actively working on it while we were at
I mean, we did offer a Southerly.
Philly.
I work for Dex.
I think that it could. I think that it can be fixed. I don't think that it will.
He wants a World Master deck.
I think you are right. I think they probably spent time improving the quality of life features instead of programming in the next tournament structure.
I think what we really need to look at is when Ewok loses, what's the likelihood that he's going to be lost in the event hall at Gen Con and forget to come back? And that's a high
I think
probability.
he'll be in the Lorcana line.
That's right away at 10 o'clock. So,
All right.
Really? That's not what I might try to pick up Barcelona.
Isn't
Ooh,
even 16
Barcelona.
players a minimum of 7 rounds to finish a tournament with 16 players?
The Gen Con will not finish until round
No,
9.
I'm just thinking nationals, double limb. It's actually just 16 players. You need 4 rounds to get to top 8, and then you got to play 3 more.
Yep.
I don't know,
Even
but it
with
sounds like
16
you guys
players,
are going to find out.
You're 7 rounds for a 16-player tournament. That sounds
grueling.
excessive. But I guess. I mean, like, otherwise you're playing Swiss, and then it's
double
just
elimination
single elim,
is
essentially.
not designed for this kind of game.
No, it's not.
Oh, you're gonna
It's
get in a
meant
fight. You're gonna be told you are wrong.
No one said that was wrong. I'm just not going to say what it was designed for. It wasn't designed for Keyforge or
Can
any
we-
other card game on the planet.
You mean 45-minute rounds?
All right. Guys,
That's us.
it's over.
All right.
But we came together and we talked for the
Gen Con
week.
thing, so we do need to do the hopes and dreams, not the expectations. I think we've hammered that home, beat that horse, whatever.
Oh, wait,
Top
Dead
four
Horse, Dead Horse.
Archon.
What are your hopes and dreams? The best thing that could come out of next week. Someone go.
Ewok top cuts.
Draz, what are your hopes and dreams for next week?
My hopes and dreams are to do well in the tournament, hang out with lots of Keyforge folks here, hang out with some Keyforge listeners, find some good bars and restaurants, and just have a great time playing Keyforge and enjoying friends.
Sheep.
Yeah, it's got to be Ewok top cuts. Drazcore does not get annihilated.
You mean
By a
Transcore
9-year-old.
doesn't lose to DT?
By a 9-year-old, yeah.
We actually
I want to
get
lose to a 10-year-old this time, you know, like kind of like set my bar a little
Being a
higher.
little bit older.
And then yes, and we actually get to go out and enjoy some stuff that isn't waiting to play Keyforge.
Wookie. I know
You
you're
don't
not
want
there.
to. You don't want to know my hopes and dreams. They're a little twisted.
Hmm.
I hope Ewok finally top cuts, but I hope he loses round 1 and has to go all the way through.
JR.
Hold on, I'm not done.
Oh shit.
I want him to get all the way through, top cut, make the final late, and lose first round, and just be miserable.
JR.
I will take top 8, Wookie. So I will go in. For me, I want to be able
what
to
do you
hang
win
out
for top 8?
here for
some
national.
tokens.
Yeah, for nationals you get something actually.
Oh, okay.
Armor
least you get
Vaults you don't. For me, I want to be able to actually have time. So I'm going to go big, and I'm going to say I am hoping in the next week that GG hears all the comments, all the posts, all of the community, and actually responds and gets rid of double elimination. And that's a really, really, really big ask. I know they've dug in, they've stuck their head in the sand for this, but that is my hope, wish, dream. And I just think it's better for the game. So people aren't sitting around waiting. I'd much rather play my rounds back to back with one person sitting and then go enjoy the rest of the con. Number 2, I want to be able to hang out with everyone because that's what Keyforge is. I enjoy playing the games, but I dearly missed at Philly all the socialization that came from it because I was playing way too many games into many long, long nights. So I want to go out. I want to have a drink with you. Please hit me up. Let's play some Keyforge. Let's smile. Let's talk about our decks. Let's talk about Keyforge as a whole. And I want to see Sheep with his investment for money pay that he gets to actually go to Worlds. So that is my last hope.
No,
wish,
I
and
can't
dream.
buy trips to Worlds. That's no good.
Oh, you've bought one, man. You've bought
Internationals
one.
are about to.
You're traveling abroad
Well,
to get your
when
internet.
somebody else has bought their trips to Worlds, then I can buy my trip to Worlds. I just don't want to be the first.
Elf, what's your hopes for Gen Con next week as far as community? And we know you can't be there.
Well, I hope that the product actually gets to the event. That's my first thing I'm hoping for.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be nice. The second thing I'm hoping for is I'm playing a numbers game here, so I'm hoping that the Liechtenstein Nationals get announced. I'll catch you guys there.
Okay. X-Ray, are you still here?
I'm still here.
I know you can't be there, but what are your hopes come out of Gen Con next week in Nationals for the U.S.?
Look,
I
my
hope
hopes and
that I
dreams-
get a ticket to Gen Con.
He doesn't want.
my hope and dream, and I've talked to the staff about this, is not only at Gen Con but future events. There needs to be a prize wall and a reason for people to play on the side, because it's dreadful once you get eliminated from the main event. So my hope and dream is a prize wall.
Yep, and that kind of goes with my hopes from my hope from last time when we talked about Philly was specifically that whatever we did for Friday with the sealed event was really, really engaging, and whatever second Amber was meaningful and worth it to the player base, because no matter how you look at it in double elimination, a large chunk of people after 2 games are done. So that, and they spend lots of money to attend to these things. And I think both of those, we are aware that they had some product shipment issues. So they kind of got to pass on Philly because we have no idea what the intent was of those 2 things. But they need to be way, way better than what they were. When we personally on this cast hosted live, we busted our butts to make sure that up to 125 people could be actively engaged in Keyforge the entire time and having a good time. To do that, we ran more than pods during the downtime. Like Friday night, we had a full event. Saturday, as people were losing from the main event, we had 2 full events back to back. And then we finished Sunday with a team event that a lot of people still say was their most fun event that they played in during that time. Like,
Wasn't
people
the
are
DT Archon, the Archon DT only tournament
was the only one that didn't fire.
Like
Everything
one
else that we
person
had
signed up
planned
for it.
did. Yeah. Hierograph signed up. I walked over there and, honoring as the TO of the whole thing, I played a game with them and gave him his prize. Like, I still honored
He
that.
got
Like,
some sweet tokens. He got sweet tokens for being the only person to sign up to play DT.
But like, I don't know how many games of Keyforge were played over those 3 days, but lots of people were playing Keyforge the entire time, and almost all of it was meaningful to them. Like if they won pods, they got stuff from the prize wall, which X-Ray kind of just mentioned. There's a lot of ways to engage our community at an event like this, and that needs to be looked at heavily because it costs money to go to these things. We spend a lot of our time and earned money for this. So, like, my hopes and dreams is that gets drastically better and continues. And I guess, like, it was already said by everyone else. But really, really root for JR to make top cut. I also would like to see my boy Zach make top cut. I think it's their time. They've been putting in the work. Well, JR has probably been putting in more work than Zach because, like me, he can't get into TCO anyway. So those are my main things. I'm continuing what I wanted for Philly. All of the stuff around the main event needs to continue to grow, get better, and engage everyone more. And JR and Noble, you got this.
So what I think is interesting is that we see the little trinkets, that prize wall, the patches, the pins, whatever it is. Those little things engage more individuals versus the top two. And that's got to be something that's looked at from GG. While the money is great, the short answer is it's this very, very, very small group. And if you want to appease more individuals, engage them in games and the items that they can walk away with.
I still see occasionally the Keyforge Live pin. People liked that.
I did find my pin.
Good.
I think mine's still on my bag. All right.
That's all of us.
Do we have? Do we get everybody?
I think, I was last. No cast next week, and look forward to seeing a whole bunch of people at Gen Con.
Yep. Maybe me and Southerly will do something since we're around. Maybe we'll bring X-Ray on too, since
can talk about the draw better.
We can do something. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Have this fireside chat.
That's gonna do it for us tonight. We'll see y'all next week. No,
Happy
2 weeks.
Fortune.
Not next week. 2
No.
weeks.
2 weeks.
It's just
Happy
out of
Fortune,
habit.
everyone. And hopefully you also enjoy a pre-release event.
May the Forge be with you, and I look forward to seeing you at Gen Con if you're going to be there.
Now,
Don't forget to submit your form saying Double M sucks.
We didn't trash talk Asmodee at all, and they needed it. And we missed our chance to trash talk FFG. We failed today.
We did. We'll fail again in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.
With every day a brand new test. God, I swear I try my best to hold together